A bright future for a man who's lived in the dark for nearly a third of his life. I'm Seymour Freshwater, America. Good night.
There we go. It's because I'm using two different streaming, there we go. Anyway. Let's try that again. Monday Night Radio Dead Air, KRDA. Hi, everyone. Please send your requests to requests@radiodeadair.com. We have live What the Fuck Is Wrong With You coming up at 11:30. I have very little to say on the matter except meat department. We're taking your requests. We have Invisibles coming up very, very soon. And all sorts of various and sundry other things tonight. The song we started off with, that was Strand of Oaks, Shut In, from the album Heal. Very good album. Talk a little bit more about that, maybe. Yeah, today Tumblr shit the bed. I can't even begin, but I'm gonna have to, obviously. For those of you who are not aware, Tumblr is a blogging, vlogging sort of social media platform, mainly for shit posting, let's be honest. But also it has a large following with the artistic community. Photography, drawing, all sorts of art, even smut, blessed smut. It is variously there. But Tumblr has been tumbling for a while. Yeah, it took me all night to think of that one. Thank you for that. It went through various owners, from Yahoo to Verizon, mainly at the height of when everything was, if it's digital, if it's on the web, it's going to make $1 bajillion, and we're going to consider its market valuation far in excess of reality. So everyone who purchased Tumblr from Yahoo and then eventually Verizon came in with unrealistic expectations of what Tumblr was going to be. Another thing was they did not put in the work commensurate with a site where people could add their own content. I commented on this earlier this week regarding there is a phrase out there that's used among developers in all walks, every kind of software development. The phrase is user-generated content. And what that phrase means is people are drawing dicks everywhere. And anyone who doesn't realize that's what it means is still a developer using the term user-generated content. So, horse been drawing dicks. Well, in Tumblr's case, it got worse than drawing dicks. The bots came because of Tumblr's backend API that allowed for automated posting and other sort of things. The bots came and started posting horrible things like child porn randomly. And they realized they weren't in any position to moderate this. But they didn't really do anything about it. It just sort of happened. And they're just sort of like, I don't know. It's a thing. We hope you enjoy our site. We'll put some stars up and yay, it's a thing. And oh boy, let's not look over there. We're not gonna do. We'll put on a safe filter that if something's not safe, you have to log in to see it. There we go. Problem solved. Apple didn't like that solution. And Apple is in its own little bubble where everyone thinks that being on the iOS App Store means millions of dollars will pour out of your screen and wash over you and take away your pain. Just flowing dollars. And all you have to do is be on the iOS App Store. Well, Apple took Tumblr off the iOS App Store because the bots were posting child porn. And Tumblr was not adequately addressing it. So today, Tumblr said, oh shit, we need to be on the iOS Store. Why? Because that's where the money is. Are you sure? Yes! They've announced that of December 17th, 18th, they are going to remove all adult content. In terms of stuff like, well, not really all adult content, but mainly photographs they deem to be adult or pornographic or female presenting nipples. Female, that was the phrase that leapt out from at everyone. Female presenting nipples will no longer be on Tumblr. Female presenting. Now, a thing that you may notice as a human being, if you zoom in close enough to a nipple, it is very hard to discern whether it is a female or male presenting nipple unless you ask it. So did Tumblr put in some sort of mechanism to inquire of nipples whether they were male or female presenting? No, they did not. Today, they just started marking whole swaths of the site as adult content. Shall we? Now, I'm a little concerned about this. I'll warn you, because putting this stuff on my show, because I have strict limits of my own about what I'm allowed to stream. But I'm going to show you some of this content that Tumblr has decided is unsafe, is sexually suggestive, is porn. I'll warn you, if you have small children, you may want to ask them to leave the room, because this could potentially be content that they're not comfortable with as children. So that's a warning there. Let's show you some of this this adult content, just so you can judge for yourselves. Let's start here. Now this is obviously some kind of yeah, let's I have to put these up individually. This here, this is obviously oh my, that's terrible. That children shouldn't be allowed that near that. Let's see, what else, other examples. Yeah, that's too much for kids to see. That would definitely turn away advertisers if they saw that. Oh yeah, that's too risque. That's too much. I'm sorry. That's let's see what other examples we have here that though I do want let's have a look at some posts that Tumblr did decide. This is via Erica Moen, who is a very talented artist. And here's her good wholesome content that Tumblr was absolutely fine with. And I don't look at that. That is good for the whole family. That is wholesome. No problems there whatsoever. I don't see any issues whatsoever with that. That's beautiful. Yeah, that no problems. What about here? Oh, he's just he's just showing us his whatever those are. Those are fine. I'm sure. That's let's see. Okay, this one obviously. This is another wonderful artist by the name of Rachel Scott. Rachel Stott, sorry. Here's some of her work, and yeah, I think that's just a bit too much. That's explicit, obviously. That's a little too much for small children to look at right there. That's obviously it's too far. Too far. We have to keep it in perspective, everyone. Oh, one of my followers, Scared Kitty. She had something. This is, she should have thought twice before posting this, honestly, because yeah, obviously this is some explicit content, right there. That's an apple pie, and that's a bit too much for. Let's see what else was flagged as explicit. Oh, well, yeah, I want to point out, this is Tumblr's own statement on what happened today. Flagged as explicit. There are no pictures in this post. However, and I am sad to say that a few of my posts were flagged. You might remember this one from I think it was a little over a year ago. When I went to the House on the Rock. If you're an American Gods fan, we went to the House on the Rock, me and my lovely girlfriend, and we took lots of pictures, and I was very graciously, Neil Gaiman himself reblogged this post. These are pictures we took from the House on the Rock, and this was flagged as explicit. I'm looking. I have yet to find a single female presenting nipple in any of this. Now, some of these images may be a bit disturbing, not because they're explicit, but just because shit got weird. I mean, shit got weird. But yeah, this was all flagged. I want to note, even on this figure here, no female presenting nipples. That nothing there. Although maybe this was what got it flagged. We found a kitty outside and she rolled over, and maybe that's a little too explicit. I don't know. So yeah, this is going pretty well in that more or less Tumblr's users are in a spiral of what the fuck, yo. and it's not going well. The whole decisions of what's banned, what's not, and all this stuff. To make this worse, if you're on Tumblr and you have posts that may have been flagged inappropriately, which quite a few of them, here's how you find out about it. You have to scroll back through your blog. There are no notifications, no emails. You have to go through every single post and look for that orange banner thing there and click on it to have it reviewed. And there's a lot. There's a lot of things that shouldn't be flagged. But you're going to have to go back through your own Tumblr and find them all. Again, you're not notified. There's no email that says, click here to fix this, or click here to review this. None of that. You have to manually slog through your own Tumblr to find these posts. That could take hours, if not days, for some people. Mariona says, I have 23,000 posts to go through. And if you look at it from that perspective, quite a few people are just going to say, fuck it. Now, I want to point out, Tumblr is doing this because they're desperate to get back on the iOS store. But in doing so, they're going to leave their user base demoralized and angry, looking for outs and other places to post their artwork. They're going to feel as if the platform is not stable, which that's the thing. No platform is stable on the internet. Platforms aren't your friends. I should know. We had our own platform fun when I had to switch to live stream this year. Very expensively, I might note. And off Blip, and then off VidMe, and then, yeah, it's and that, I'll tell you what, personally, is having to go through that several times, it is exhausting, and it takes a toll on you to unexpectedly have to unpack every fucking thing you've done for years and figure out how to redo it. So what does this all mean? It means that in scrambling to get back those precious, precious ad dollars from iOS, those are never going to come now because you've decimated your user base. And I know decimated means to remove 1/10, but it's probably going to be much greater than that, especially given the slipshod, scattershot effect of how they're moderating this content. It's not just going to be the undesirables. It's going to be a lot of people who are just, fuck this. In taking this approach, whereas had Tumblr said, well, fuck you, Apple, we're still on Android, Apple users can still draw up our site on a mobile browser, we don't need an app, we'll just keep our user base and get ad revenue from them without trying to go through you to get a cut. Had Tumblr done that, they might not have made all of the money they were imagining with the great big dollar signs in their eyes, but they would have maintained revenue. They would have had some money. In fact, I tell you what, there is nothing that a bunch of social undesirables like better than an underdog story. And if Tumblr, which funnily enough is owned by a huge company, Verizon, if Tumblr had instead of trying to appease Apple, the largest tech company in the world, Had they come out and said, look, Apple is trying to make us change who you are and who we are, and we're not down for that. So fuck them. Let's keep doing this shit. We will do something about the porn bots, though. Had Tumblr taken that narrative, they would have had a lot of people on their side. They would have generated a whole bunch of goodwill and maybe gotten some artists to reconsider using Apple devices exclusively. I gotta say, artists out there, the Surface Pro, it's really good for drawing these days. I know, I'm surprised too. And it's cheaper than Apple. But had Tumblr developed that narrative, they could have turned this shit around. Because I know there are quite a few people on the fuck Apple bandwagon right now who would happily jump aboard. They might have turned this around and come out looking really good. But this kowtowing to Apple at the expense of their users, sure, they might get their app back on the iPhone. But what does that matter if nobody's actually going to use it? And this is going to cost them a lot in the long run. So if you're on Tumblr, I haven't really used it a lot. Mostly when I did use it, I just, for some text-only stuff, and reblogs a lot. But now I'm like, I haven't really made a whole lot of use of it in a long time. And I can expect a lot of other people are going to have the same inclinations. If you're on Tumblr and you're going through this, I feel for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry this is happening to you. I will tell you, don't trust platforms, because it's true, but it's not your fault. You don't deserve this. It's bullshit. I hope you can find a new home for your work. Whatever it is. So long as it's legit, consenting, and legal, I hope you find a good home for whatever it is you do. And I'm sorry you had to go through this. We all have to. Welcome to Web 2.0. This is what we all go through with this horrible bullshit. So let's do something a little nicer. At least maybe take the edge off. I know a lot of you Tumblr folks are upset. Trust me, I'm feeling you. I've been through the platform dance myself. It's demoralizing. I wish I could do more for you, but let's just try and take the edge off a little. I've got some good music for you. It's time for the Invisibles. For those of you just joining us for the first time, Radio Dead Air used to be audio only. I made the jump to video, but there's a lot of really good songs that don't have videos. So I like to take a little time out to share those with you. And I've got some really nice stuff tonight. A lot of these are older songs, but these may be kind of songs that got overlooked. And I think you guys are really going to like this one. I did, surprisingly. I want to credit Nico Case and her Twitter feed for pointing me toward this artist. This is someone named Laura Veers, who has been doing music for a long time and went completely under my radar. I went back and listened to some of her old stuff, and it's fantastic. And we're going to listen to a little bit now. This is from her 2007 album, Salt Breakers. This track here is called Pink Light. Let's give it a listen. Listen? Listen? Can I word? Grady, can I word? Grady? Grady. He's ignoring me. Here's some Laura Veers. This is Radio Dead Air.
Sorry, I was cruel. I was protecting myself. Drifting along with my swords out flying. Tattering my own cells, and I tattered yours
Laura Veers, that's off the album Salt Breakers. That was Pink Light. She's got an extensive catalog. She's been doing tons for years and years. You should give her a listen because she's fantastic. I don't know how I didn't find out about her, but I can't keep up with everything. I'm only human. I'm just a man. Not even that. Miserable pile of secrets. That's what I am. All right. Next up, some Dead Sarah. This is off their latest album, Temporary Things Taking Up Space. A little bit of a deeper track. Deep cut. This is a track called One Day We'll Make It Big. I hope you enjoy. Doing the Invisibles on Radio Dead Air. Was Dead Sarah. One Day We'll Make It Big. That was off their latest. It's called Temporary Things Taking Up Space. Next up, we started the show tonight with some Strand of Oaks. From the album Heal, we heard Shut In. I'm going to play another one off of that. This is a track called For Me, because I'm really digging them. I'm just going back and finding good stuff. This is Strand of Oaks doing the Invisibles, Radio Dead Air. Strand of Oaks from the album Heal. That was For Me. Doing some Invisibles tonight, Radio Dead Air. One more. This is from a new upcoming album from Mike Kroll. Where is it? Where is it? It's called Power Chords. This track is I Wonder. Let's enjoy it together, shall we? What do you think, Grady? Should we enjoy it together? Do you want to enjoy it? What do you think? What do you think? You think you're sleepy? Okay. This is Mike Kroll. We're doing the Invisibles, Radio Dead Air.
Toss and turn until you are off my mind.
Upcoming album is called Power Chords. It comes out in January. It's Mike Kroll. We heard I Wonder. Before that, from the album Heal, Strand of Oaks with For Me. Dead Sarah in there with One Day We'll Make It Big. And we started with Laura Veers, who I encourage you to go back and check. She's got a lot of stuff. She's got a new one out too. So from her album Salt Breakers, we heard Pink Light. It's the Invisibles for this week. That's the wrong button. Wrong button! This is Grady. Hello, Grady. Hello. Oh, such a cat. It's a big cat. Huge kitty. Huge. Oh. What is it? Oh, well, that's what it is. You want to fight? Arr. Ah. Arr. 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 You fight back. Arr. 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 Oh, he know let me boop. He fight. Ah, your boy. Oh no, you're getting scritches. You cannot resist the scritches. You cannot resist them. Oh, he's too good, scritches. Oh yes. Oh, look at that. You love him. Rawr. Rawr. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. He's a good boy. Oh, the belly scratches got you, huh? Oh no, the belly scratch. Can't resist. Look at this giant, fluffy child thing. Belly scratch. Go to sleep? Well, I've got stuff to do. I've got things to do, buddy. Want to stay? You're comfy. Oh, you're comfy. Hmm? All right. All right. I guess I can work around you, huh? You want to stay like this? You're just a cuddle bug tonight. Good lord. All right, we have lots more to come. Taking your requests. Somebody you want to hear, send it to requests at radio.air.com. Put it on for you. Lone Justice. All right, that's going back a ways. I'm down. I'm hip. I know what the kids are into. Wow. This is if you recognize this song, I'm impressed. Lone Justice, Shelter, by request. We're doing radio.air. Sending your request to request at radio.air.com. Lots more to come. Live, What the Fuck is Wrong with You? About an hour and a half. Hi. Stay tuned, everybody. Radio.air.